Hello, all of you. I am going to ask you one simple question, and you guys have to tell me what will be your approach to this question. And the question is something like suppose your class has 100 number of students, and your teacher is asking you to store all of their marks. Okay, so tell me what will be your approach for this problem, and how would you solve this? Maybe you will type something like this by simply creating variables for each of the student like this. Yes, but wait, this is also the correct way, but this is not the professional way, we can say. Am I seriously going to create these for 100 number of students? The answer is no, because no professional Java developer does this. Now imagine your teacher says our class now has 120 students. What will you do now? Will you create 20 more variables? And tomorrow, what if your teacher again asking you for creating 150 students more variables again? There has to be a smarter way to solve and handle this situation. So in Java, we have a very interesting solution for this kind of problems, and that is nothing but array. So today we are simply going to see how to declare and initialize array, how to access elements from this array, and we are going to simply see the approaches by how we can access elements. So first we'll see how to create an array of integers. Okay, and also in other way I can write here like syntax for declaring and initializing an array. So for declaring array, we have a syntax called integer. Like first we need to specify the type of data that we want to use. Then we need to use the square brackets. After that, as per variable name, we also need to give some name to our array. So in our case, we want to store marks for students. So for that purpose, I have taken here marks. This is nothing but declaration of array. All right. Also, if I want to initialize this, I can create this in this way, like marks is equal to new integer of 5. Like here, I am specifying the size for this array. I want to make an array of 5 sizes, which will store marks for 5 students. But I don't want to do in this way. I just want to initialize this array here only. So for that purpose, I just need to use this equal to sign. After that, I need to use this curly brackets, and inside these curly brackets, I just need to mention the values. So let's suppose I want to take 85, 90, 78 suppose, after that 92 and 88. So this is how we can take values from keyboard at this compile time only. Okay, that's it. So here you can see there are 5 marks, but there is only one variable. And that is how we can initialize and declare array. Understand? Okay. Now imagine 100 marks. Then what we will need to do? Nothing extra. We just need to use this single variable, that is marks, and we just need to keep on adding the values here. Let's suppose these and these till 100 value. Okay, so that is the better solution that every Java developer use this. Okay, so now we are proceeding with accessing elements from array. So for accessing array elements, we need to use something called as index. So let me write here system.out.println, and I am writing here marks of 0. So tell me, what do you think? What should be the output? We'll simply see here. The output is 85. But why so? This is 85, right? So here what we are simply trying to do, we want to access, let me write here, we want to access the first element from array. So that is why we have written here zeroth position. So remember one thing, okay? If we want to access elements from this array, okay, like first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and so on, then Java provides us something called as index. And make sure to remember this important line that index always starts from 0. Okay, so 85 is stored at index 0. This 90 is stored at index 1. This 2, 3, 4. So 0 to 4, there are 5 elements, and this is how we are storing our elements inside this array. Understand? Okay. Now tell me, what if I want to print here system dot out dot println, and here I just want to print marks of 3. In that case, what do you think? What should be the output? So we are simply taking here 3. So count here with me. This is the zeroth index, first, second, and third. So the output should be 92. Let's just check this. So here you have also got 92 as an output. So we are going in a correct way. Now, what if I want to print value for, let me take here, value for fifth position. In that case, what do you think? Let's count it again with me. This is zeroth index, first, second, third, fourth. But I want to access the fifth position, so there is no fifth position. Then let's see what will be the result. So you can see here. Okay, let me just correct this. I just need to use this marks. Okay, I need to just compile it again and see here. Okay, wait a minute. I just need to clear this. And Java C array.java compiled successfully. Then Java array. So here you can see there is an exception, and we are getting this exception whenever we are hitting some boundaries. So here we have array index out of bounds exception. So this exception is nothing but whenever we are crossing the indices from this array. So here currently indices are 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. There is no index called as 5. So that is why here we are getting with the exception array index out of bounds. Hope you all guys have understood this topic. So let me take one real life example. Think of an apartment building. Each flat has a unique number. You don't say, give me the third family. You have to say, like flat number 302, I want to meet this family. So arrays work in the similar way. Every element has an address called an index. Alright. But tell me one thing. What if I don't know the values in advance? Or what if I want to take these values from user? Can we take array input from our keyboard at the runtime? Of course, yes. And for that purpose, we have already seen one video of our scanner class. So absolutely, we can use scanner class to take these numbers from user. And that's exactly what we will build in our next video. If you like this video, make sure to like it, subscribe to CodePaath, and share it with your friends. Let me see you in the next video. Till then, keep learning and keep coding. Thank you all of you.